GABF 2013, Denver, Colorado. I am here with Ray Daniels, the esteemed beer writer and the founder of the Cicerone certification program, which seems to like it's really taking off.
We're doing all right, yeah. It's, continue to grow and expand. We're happy about that, obviously.
So, I can keep track of the numbers. So, certified beer servers, around how many are there now?
Slightly over 30,000.
That's a lot. Certified Cicerones?
We just passed 1,000.
That's a lot. Master Cicerone?
7.
7.
3 of them are right here.
3 of them are right here. It's like a gathering, a gaggle, or
A fourth came by earlier.
so. There's a lot of Master Cicerones here this evening at the GABF. So the last time I interviewed you at the GABF was a couple of years ago, and the program was still pretty young. And I asked you then about education programs, and at the time, you had some ideas, but there wasn't really anything in place. But now you've got some stuff in place. So talk about that.
We do. We have a couple things. We have an online e-learning program for certified beer server that is called Beer Savvy. So the Beer Savvy program is a comprehensive prep for the certified beer server exam. It's about a 5 to 8 hour learning experience, depending upon how much you need to learn and how detailed you go into the things. There are some study aids, beer style comparisons and things like that, which some people could go over and over and over, and some people will sort of whip by them real quick. But it walks you through, and there's a combination of videos, with me giving some presentations. There are some little animations, narrated animations that give a quick overview of the history of some of the key styles. There's some quizzes and interactive experiences, activities. So it mixes it up and keeps people engaged in the program. And we brought that out about a year ago. We're seeing good pickup on that. About 15 to 20% of the people who take the exam are taking Beer Savvy before they take the exam. We've had one large company make it part of their standard training for employees before they take the exam. So, it's doing well. And it's available either for individuals to use, they can buy it on their own directly from the website, or if a company wants to use that to train a group of employees, the manager can buy a group of exams, and then they have managerial oversight of those courses and exams. They can track the progress of their employees through the training and assess their score in the exam and things like that. So it's set up to be both single user and corporate.
So it's an entirely online program.
That one's entirely online. So now you can do the training and the exam for certified beer server all online.
You also have these beer style cards. What are those?
Yeah, we just came out with a little set of beer style. We call them flashcards, but they're really study cards. So, name of the style, a picture of an appropriate glass for the style, and then little cues on the color, the perceived bitterness, and the alcohol content, as well as a brief description of the flavor profile, things like that. So it's just a way to help people review and remember the different beer styles. This goes through the basic beer styles that are on the certified beer server exam. There may be a few extras in there for certified Cicerone as well. But I think we've already sold like 1,500 sets of these. They just came out in August. So it's proven to be pretty popular already.
Very nice. So in addition to the things you've already launched, what kind of, as you expand this educational programs, what kind of things do you have upcoming?
We've got one we're just about to announce. So breaking news here.
I'll get the scoop.
We've been working on through the summer and about to announce that this is a off-flavor sample kit, off-flavor tasting kit that uses dry powder shelf-stable standards from the Aroxa company in England. These guys have been around for 10 or 12 years, make really good quality flavor spikes for beer, wine, cider, a bunch of other things as well. So we worked with them to develop one new standard that's never been used before, as well as 5 of their regular ones. So there'll be 3 brewing off flavors and 3 handling off flavors, as well as a control. Take this kit, you take 7 bottles of beer, 1 for each standard, and now you've got enough spiked beer for a minimum of 6, but maybe 7 or 8 people to go through and do off-flavor tasting of these basic off-flavors. And we'll package that then with a recorded lecture to walk people through the tasting technique, the details of each one of the off-flavors and stuff like that. And this will be available on our website. We hope to start shipping this by the end of October.
Very cool. So is it some of the more common off flavors that people are going to find out there in the market?
It's DMS, diacetyl, and acetaldehyde. Those are the brewing off flavors. And then the handling off flavors are vapory or trans-2-nonenol oxidation, skunky, which we haven't had a standard before previously, and then infection, which is the dirty draft lines thing. So those are the 3 handling off flavors and the 3 brewing off flavors, and those are the basic off flavors that we test for in the certified Cicerone exam. So this is right down the alley as a study aid for people preparing for the certified Cicerone.
Very nice. And can you tell me what will something like that cost?
It'll be $149 for this, and again, it's for a group of 6 people, maybe 7 or 8.
Which, having just ordered spike kits for myself for my own study, I can tell you that's not a bad deal.
You know, this is a little bit more expensive supplier for us, but we think the added advantage of it being shelf stable will be good for everybody. We also see better consistency with the standards, so I think it's going to be a good thing for everybody.
So where do you see Cicerone going as it continues to grow?
Well, I think we have done a pretty good job of establishing ourselves as the certification program, and we have done some education because people have asked us to do it. We will continue to do some education and try to expand and improve our educational offerings. But we certainly expect there to be lots of educators who are educating and preparing people for the Cicerone exam. So we're working on maintaining and improving our exam materials. We've got a couple projects going on in that area, and we're also working on improving our training materials. One of our longer term projects here is putting together a program that we call Road to Cicerone, and it is a series of distance learning classes for certified Cicerone level. And we're working with some instructional design consultants to sit down and say, okay, here's the syllabus, what are the learning experiences that a learner needs to have to get from having passed certified beer server to ready to take certified Cicerone exam. And recognizing that that's a fairly lengthy process, unless you already have some industry experience and knowledge. And so trying to construct those learning experiences in such a way that people will be able to pursue that stuff and have a sure-footed way to get from point A to point B.
Very nice. Well, thank you for giving me a couple of minutes of your time, Ray. I wish you luck as you continue to expand the program.
Thanks very much. Always a pleasure to see you and a pleasure to continue working with you.
Always a pleasure to see you. So cheers. Enjoy the fest.
Thanks. Cheers.